All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for clicking on the video. As you can see beside me, we got a beautiful CRT TV with a scan line scanning. We also have the Super Nintendo version of Mortal Kombat 2. It's a game that I've played several times on this channel, this version in particular. We have our Super Nintendo beside us. Let's give it a little blow up and down there. We're playing on actual hardware today, because a lot of my videos, actually I think every video I have playing MK2 on Super Nintendo is on the big screen. But I've had some comments of people saying that it's not true to the Super Nintendo unless you play it on the CRT TV. So for the sake of that, today we're going to play it on our Super Nintendo on the CRT using the Super Nintendo controller, obviously. Yeah, let's get right into it then. We will just play with. You hold L and R, you get the special intro here, programmed by Sculptured Software. There you have it.
You weak, pathetic fool.
Too easy. Of course, you're fighting an Acclaim logo. Anyways, we have the we have it hooked up with just the cable. Actually, I'm not even using the AVI inputs. This version of the Super Nintendo that I have, my other one puked out, unfortunately, so I have this brown tainted Super Nintendo, but true CRT. So here we go, let's play through. We'll just do a random playthrough. We'll use whoever it gives us. The only difference in this version is that, to me anyways, is that I find Kintaro to be a lot harder than the arcade. I don't know if it's the slowdown or the speed of the gameplay itself, but you know what? It still looks awesome. Let's play through it. Code for extra continues doesn't seem to be working. Left up, right down, left select. I believe that's the code. You can actually block on this screen the code left up, right down, left select. Didn't seem to work. That's okay. Hopefully we can get through this game in 4 credits. If not, well, then it is what it is. Katana's a hard character to play against the computer, but you know what? Her exploits seem to work on this one, not too bad. And you can see it does seem to play a little faster than the arcade. But yeah, it looks pretty darn good on this TV, even considering it's hooked up with the cable. That's pretty good. So we're starting on the living forest. We might as well feed the tree demons. Why not? Easy character to do that. Down, down, down. Low kick. Tasty snacks for the tree demons. So you'll notice the character name is outside of the life bar. It's a big deal for some of you people. I could care less. I think the game looks great. This is the version that I played growing up. And again, it's great that you can pause on the character select screen. Or sorry, the tower, not the character select screen. Superb. But another cool thing about using a CRT is there's no latency. So the game plays as fast as you can move. It's pretty much instant. So there you have it. Katana's usually my go-to against Kintaro.
Round 2, fight.
Yeah, I've noticed right now it does move. It does move a little faster than the computer, or sorry, than the arcade. Let's do the old kiss of death. Ooh, messed that one up. I'm not gonna blame it on the controller. I just messed it up. Overall, plays good, looks good. It's got all the stages. We started on the Living Forest. Now, why did we start on the Living Forest? It's just because of the intro there. The story started. Nice. The story started on the Living Forest, so that was the first stage that we ended up playing on. That's all. The D-pad on this controller is a little stiff. Love that sound. So normally the strategy, once you get to third character and up with Katana, is you make them jump back. You make them jump back, you jump into them, they'll jump up straight. That looked awesome. They will jump up straight, then you jump towards them, you do your fan lift. Bob's your uncle. So, Liu Kang likes to start with his bicycle kick. Secret characters are in this version. There you go. So now, too, if you jump at him, he's going to do that, just like he does in the arcade. So let's see if we can get this one trick to work. And there you have it. Ooh. Excellent. So the arcade exploits do work. Katana, sometimes a little harder for me to beat it with, but we'll try. So he comes close to you, jumps back. You jump with a kick. Raise your fan. Hopefully you get him. Close enough. There you go. Chop his head off easier right now. And there you have it. So Super Nintendo version includes all the arcade stages, includes all the voice. You know, depending on how powerful your TV speakers are, this game actually sounds really good coming out of a stereo. So you can imagine how much I loved this growing up, having it play just like the arcade. Although this is the version that got me. This is actually the version that got me used to the arcade exploits. I played the hell out of it on the Super Nintendo, and then when I got to playing it in the arcade, then I was infinitely better. Again, though, oh, missed that. So you have to get that fan raise, or else he is gonna definitely beat you. There you go, lost. No big deal. I fanned on the fan raise there. You see what I did there? All right, so we got 4 credits. Left, up, right, down, left, select. There we go. We got it. So now we have all the credits in the world. I can go random, try to do the tricks. Kung Lao is another interesting one. You can't do the duck and jump back trick with Kung Lao, but there's another trick that works for him. The opponent doesn't fall for this one, so you got to jump and then do that. And again, he does actually fall for the exploit sometimes, unless of course the Super Nintendo makes it so that his duck and jump back actually works all the time, because it might. Thing is I remember when I was younger working on him. Here you go. Ooh, I messed that one up. But Kung Lao, I find he's 50-50 with the jump back exploit. He does block that. See, I can see why this would be extremely frustrating to a people back in the day. Oh. Let's see. You got me. Finished again. Aww. But even the tricks like that, you hold down and your character goes, aww. No problem. All the sound effects are in it. I gotta say, it does play smoother on a CRT than it does on the big screen, actually, as there's slight latency on the bigger TV. That Steve Ritchie laugh sounds incredible on this. I gotta say too, coming out of the sound coming out of these speakers, it doesn't sound as muffled as it does on the big TV. That was a huge thing about the Super Nintendo version. Super Nintendo in general always sounds like it's coming from behind a door. All right, let's see. You're definitely having a tough time today. I thought that would have killed him. Didn't realize he had a little more power than I thought. This should be good. Here we go. All the fatalities intact. Looks good. This game, playing on an actual Super Nintendo, always brings back memories. Always brings back good memories, because I spent a lot of time playing this version. I spent some time hiding it from my parents. They weren't fans of me having this, or so I thought in the beginning. I've mentioned the story about my dad catching me play this one night and him actually laughing his head off, and thinking it was actually really good. So great memory of being caught downstairs in the basement playing this, but my dad not caring at all, which was crazy because he was a religious man. I was raised in a religious family, and I just thought for sure he wasn't going to like this, but he thought it was hilarious. So always good memories. So you can see the trick is jump, punch, and then do that. And we got the head. So yeah, you jump, punch, they'll throw a projectile, you do your dive kick. It's all good. We're moving up the ladder nicely now. You'll notice the Shadow Priest not weaving up and down. It's not a big deal. He's still included, which is great. Again, you gotta time that right. There we go. Oh. That exploit still works. Oh. There you have it. That is the easy way to beat it with Kung Lao. Easier, anyways. It's about timing. But you got to throw that jump punch at the top, so we can't do a friendship. Although I will still try. I'll try to do a friendship. He'll be tough to beat unless the jump back trick works. It seems to work on Jack, so that's good. You can throw me. I always like that the computer doesn't do the throw with Jax where he does it, where he throws you 4 times. And here we go. Friendship friending. Awesome.
Friendship.
Friendship. Beautiful. And you can imagine when I was younger how much I loved playing this and how much I love this version. It's so arcade accurate. It's like 16 bits back in the day. It was unheard of to play a game of this magnitude and have it play as good as it does. Oof, got beat there though. Because this game was huge in the arcade. But to have it on a 16-bit system like this was just incredible. And not just to have it on the system, but to have it as good as this version. There we go. Again, that's about, you just gotta have your range right on this. Katana might win this one. I think I got it. Here we go. Here we go. Nope. Fortunately, we lost. No one and done on this playthrough. That's okay. And you'll see now 28 credits because I put in that code. You gotta be extremely fast for that code, though. Scorpion's an easier one to beat it with. However, like I said, Kintaro is a pain in the neck on this version. I have a difficult time beating him. So we'll do our best. There we go. Got that little jump punch, and toss combo there. Awesome. I find Scorpion's probably the easiest character to beat any of these Mortal Kombat games with. He's just such a great character. Maybe not the easiest, but he's definitely one of the most fun. But everybody does it. All right, let's cut her in half. How about that? Everything responds perfectly. Great version. There's not much more I can say about it. Now, when this game came out in the arcades, it was actually a 25-inch CRT. That was in the arcade. This is a 20-inch CRT. I didn't want anything much bigger, just because I don't always have it set up. Anything bigger is pretty heavy. This one is manageable. The size of this TV. Beautiful. So yeah, this TV is not that heavy, whereas it's 27-inch and up starts to get pretty heavy. And because I move it around quite a bit, it's nice having it a little lighter. The trick on Melina works perfectly. Bayadol, back down, high kick, which is X on the Super Nintendo controller. Friendship. The letters are a little smaller than the arcade. Again, no big deal. You still got Jade, like I said, Jade, Smoke, Noob, Cybot. They're all on this version. Block is Harpoon. Counter with a Harpoon. That combo's a little harder to get, but you see the slowdown there when he's punching you? There is a little bit of slowdown in this. Not a huge deal, but it was the slowdown that made people enjoy the 32X in the Genesis version more. Bzz, bzz. Always needs a counter there. Come here! I believe Dan Forden only pops up in this stage when you're playing against human opponents. Go down, down, up, up, high punch. Did I not push down? Where's the toasty? Maybe this controller is a little more sensitive than I thought. Maybe that's why the password wasn't working. Maybe the down doesn't work on this controller as good.
Round 1, fight.
So let's fight Jade. You'll notice Raiden spelt with a Y. Again, had something to do with copyright on towards another game, Raiden, it's a flying game.
Flawless victory.
Flawless. There you have it, Jade battle. You can't attack Jade with your spear. So you can use, cheat exploits on her, but you can't use the spear. So you got to basically just do the roundhouse kick or uppercut. Those will work. Everything is smaller on the Super Nintendo.
Round 1, fight.
But great job including the Goro stage. Oh man. She definitely took advantage there. I am sitting on a bit of an angle here so that the camera can record the two of us in the shot at once.
Fight.
And that is my excuse to why I'm gonna lose. If I lose against her, that'll be my ultimate excuse. And I totally missed that uppercut. Ooh. She does go fan crazy at times.
Jade wins.
Jade. Alright. You get to choose your character again. In the arcade, if you lost to Jade, you got to continue regardless. Let's see who they give us. Melina. Ooh, another difficult character to beat it with, I find. Oh, we'll try.
Fight.
So you have to do that trick again. There you go. You can actually, I think you can do that one move of hers. If you're quick enough. Don't want to jump back. Oh. There we go. Whenever Shang Fun turns into Melina, I always like that because then it's easier to beat him.
Round 2, fight.
So jumping back will always get them to do a projectile. Uppercut my foot. Oof. Oh, I didn't realize he was going to sit still. I thought he was going to jump. It's all good.
Round 3, fight.
Turn into Melina. Oh, not Johnny Cage. There you go. Oh crap. Shouldn't have jumped back. I knew that. I knew better.
Shang Tsung wins.
27. Alright, Baraka. The exploits work fairly good with Baraka.
Fight.
Pretty much guaranteed with Baraka. See, a little bit of slowdown there. And this is on actual hardware. So you do get the bit of slowdown. I had people saying that there was no slowdown on the Super Nintendo version, but there is in fact slowdown. Sometimes the speech cuts out too, just depending on, you know, the moves that you're doing or whatever. Shine fun. Alright. Whenever I'm in the corner, I'll let them throw me. There you go. Spazzing at the top. Baraka wins.
Fatality.
Fatality. Alright, Kintaro. See how we take out Kintaro in this one, if we can.
Fight.
Oof. Range was off there. Alright. So in the arcade you can jump towards him and he'll throw an uppercut. You kick him with, or you hit him with a kick, and it works 90% of the time. On this version, it doesn't. Unless my timing's just off, I don't know. Maybe it is. There we go. That was a pretty lucky round, I think. You let me get him with more than I usually do, without the uppercut kick exploit. But if he blocks that kick, he will usually attack you. Nice. We got him. First try. Not too bad. The Shao Kahn tricks seem to work. You basically, with Baraka, you can just swipe, 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 and he'll walk right into it.
You will die, mortal.
It was awesome. They kept the speech in this one too for Shao Kahn, which was great. And usually he'll walk right into it. If he doesn't, he'll throw one of his projectiles.
You will die, mortal.
There we go. A little tap. As soon as he starts talking, free shot. It's always good.
Is that your best?
See what I mean about the green arrow? There you go. And then you got the slowdown there again. So near perfect. There is another exploit, which I'm curious if it works. So you jump into him, and he'll attack you with either a kick or an uppercut, and you retaliate with an uppercut also. It's gonna be tricky. You just do the chip damage on this one too, but your range has to be right on. And unfortunately, I messed that up. Who do we get? Kung Lao. Another character who's a little harder to beat Shao Kahn with.
You will die, mortal.
Got me on that one. Usually with Shao Kahn and Kung Lao in the arcade, I'll just do the jump The jump towards him and then uppercut. Let's see if that works on this one. There you go. There we go. Not sure what happened there. That uppercut should have hit him. He fanned on it. It went right through him, so that was interesting.
You will die, mortal. You will die, mortal.
There we go. So it does seem to work for the most part. There you have it. And there you have it. Mortal Kombat 2 on the Super Nintendo. Even though we lost a few times, it wasn't overly stressful. Actually, it wasn't stressful at all. I didn't break a sweat on that. We got a little bit of variety in characters that we used too, but there you have it. A little slower ending here. Another thing about the Mortal Kombat games on the Super Nintendo is they always had black borders on the bottom and the top, which I always found odd, almost like it's meant to be played on a widescreen TV or something. But those weren't a thing back when this came out. So, arcade picture shrunk right down, but at least they kept that in it. That was very cool for them to include the arcade accurate pictures. So, anyways, there you have it. Kung Lao. Mortal Kombat 2 on a CRT finally for those who said I gotta play it on a CRT TV. And it still looks very good. I think it would look a little more clear if I had the AV outputs or inputs on the Super Nintendo. However, I don't have that on my Super Nintendo. It's still a cable. So you can imagine, because my big screen TV here does have a slot for the cable. I should show in one video what this actually looks like if I play it on the widescreen TV, because I usually play an upconverted version for the videos on the big TV. But anyways, and I found it odd that they didn't use the actual names of the people that played the characters on the Super Nintendo version. The credits are slightly different. They joke around a little more in these credits. Very tired project director. I know they thank Elvis at one point too. Well, we'll watch the rest of this and then we'll wrap it up. For my Super Nintendo, when I was taking this Super Nintendo out of storage, I noticed I had Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Because I got a bunch of games that I forgot that I had. Donkey Kong Country, I wouldn't mind checking out on the CRT also. Maybe we'll do that in a video if people want to watch that. Donkey Kong Country was unbelievable graphically for the Super Nintendo, for the hardware. It was really, really cool. Mark Gainus. Mark G. Anus. James Hedden, Paul Webb. Guys who were forced to play the game and got paid for it. Now, can you imagine getting paid to play Mortal Kombat? It would be like starting a YouTube channel and playing Mortal Kombat and having tons of people follow you, and all of a sudden you get paid? Unbelievable. Could you imagine? Leanne Hornbuckle. That's interesting. I don't know. Jim Morrison, Elvis. I don't know the actual story behind Hornbuckle, how that name came to be. But I wonder if that was a nickname for that individual. Who knows? Music's very cool. Have you ever seen these new Super Nintendos, or sorry, not new Super Nintendos, but the refinished Super Nintendos that are still white? It's funny because I find the middle of the system is always white. It's always the true color, but the plastic itself must stain or something. and that's why it looks like it's been a product of, you know, of a room where somebody was smoking 24 hours a day. But anyways, there you have it. Mortal Kombat 2 CRT. Thank you very much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day.